Normally, I watch the Super Bowl for the commercials and the games. I'm not a hater of the Chiefs like everyone else is, because I feel I don't know. Maybe this is just another rant in the future. I just thought about it when Tom Brady was winning. No one had the fucking problem with it, But when now that Mahomes is winning, a black man is winning. All of a sudden, he motherfucker worships Satan, or this is Satan worship. The I know Tom Brady went through his cheating allegations, but that was mostly through Bill Belichick, not really Tom Brady, because Tom Brady went to the Bucks and then won a fucking championship. So kind of helped Tom Brady in and such. But anyway, not here to talk about football, even though I'm a bitter Cowboys fan. So watching the Eagles win, it's just like icing on the cake of this bitter ass cake. But I digress. I'm here to talk about Kendrick and Kendrick's performance. I want people to understand this because I loved the performance. I was hyped. I was hyped throughout the whole. I understood every song, and I was singing to every song because I am a Kendrick fan. Been one since Section 80, and been one damn near since I saw him on that Double XL freshman cover and saw him freestyle. I was like, damn, who this nigga? And like, been a fan since. So, watching him, play his hits is good. I thought SZA was good. Samuel Jackson as Uncle Sam, I thought that was really good. I knew there was something going. He was going somewhere where he had Samuel Jackson as Uncle Sam, and I think that went over a bunch of people's heads right there. Even though, you know, people yeah, we'll get to that. But as far as the overall performance, I'm glad he did play Not Like Us. Had Serena Williams crip walking on the Super Bowl and had 100 million people saying A minor. I just watched that video of Long Beach Griffey. He was like Drake's PR. He's like, Drake, you gotta kill this nigga. I motherfucking laughed my ass off. Like, I thought that was fucking hilarious. With that being said, I know that. So for some reason, I have a Twitter account. I'm not calling it X. I have a Twitter account, and sometimes I look at stuff. The original reason I was looking at it because the Eagles won, and I was looking at Scooter Magruder, see what he had to say about it. Because I already, if you're follow Scooter Magruder's YouTube page, you know he's a Cowboys fan, and he had this NFC East weekly shit that's been going on. Had to, I was like, damn. Now I know he got some material for that shit. But I know it's getting back to football. But anyway, on to Kendrick. There was a lot of people. I think the mix was 50-50, in which I kind of expected that from a Kendrick Lamar performance because even though he's won Grammys, I don't really consider Kendrick Lamar mainstream. Not like a Drake. But people know who he is. It's like people know who he is, and yet people don't know who he is. So, but it was to me, I knew that white people would not understood his stuff, and yet, but then again, white people been complaining about black performances on the Super Bowl for a while because Usher, we had Usher, Beyonce, Bruno Mars. I know Bruno Mars is not black, but I'm counting that. The Weeknd, Rihanna, etc. It's been very very black, black 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 blackity black. With that being said, Kendrick also blackity black. So there was a lot of subtle hints in that performance that I don't know if people was catching on or people bothered to catch on. But the funny thing about watching this is because white people was like, I don't understand what the fuck he was saying. And other black people, I feel like if you was a Drake fan, you kind of like booed it. People, and some people saying that was the worst halftime show ever. I disagree with that wholeheartedly. Um, wholeheartedly. But I am a Kendrick fan, so I would say there's some bias to it, but at the same time, I wasn't bored. I was smiling the whole way through. I was entertained. I knew his songs, but like I said, I don't think he's as mainstream as people really think he is. Yes, he's top three. He's big three, big me out of big three. But Drake is. If I wouldn't be lying to say Drake is the more popular artist, and that's fine. I mean, I don't think any Kendrick fan is not going to disagree with that. It's just that this has been Kendrick's year, especially in hip hop. Um, and like Drake's been taking L after L after L after L, um, and still taking L's. This was, but I don't. The thing is, them not liking it though. I'm not surprised because it wasn't for them. Like to me, I'm like I don't even want to explain to half of y'all because I feel like it's not for you to understand. If you don't, it's one of those things where if you didn't get it, it wasn't for you to understand. And I think a lot of Kendrick fans that loved it, we should have this same attitude. It's just like if you didn't get it, it's not for you to understand. And that goes for people that don't like Drake or people, especially the white America. There was people complaining about, um, how come we should get a country music artist on there. I was like, okay, we could get Beyonce next year because she is a country artist. That was just me being snide, but also, some people said Wayne would have had a better performance. I don't think so. I think we just, even though that was New Orleans, and even though I would like to see Wayne out there, don't get me wrong, I am a fan of Wayne, but I think, like I said, I think Kendrick did his job. Also, with that being said, there was a lot of white people, and most of them were just older white men anyway, that probably never listened to hip hop anyway, unless you're trying to prove a point. Those people that listen to the most rambunctious songs, the killer niggas and all shit. Like Kendrick shit is conscious. Kendrick shit, you need to sit down and listen to understand. That's why I don't call him super mainstream. It's just people like him, but he's not really mainstream like Drake. But because I feel like with his shit, you have to sit down and really understand and peep the subliminals and peep everything. Like you're gonna like some people, they're gonna dissect this, and you're gonna be seeing stuff that you probably didn't see. The song selections, what he was saying in between songs, where at one point he teased "Not Like Us," but he went to a different song. I think he went to All the Stars. And then and then in between the second teasing, he just went through Not Like Us because he was like 40 acres. He said something along those 40 acres in the mule is more than the music. And then he went to Drake's this song, and then had everybody singing A minor in his. So like I said, there was a lot of Uncle Sam. Like to me, it was shot like a Spike Lee movie too. Like the way he utilized Samuel L. Jackson and like in his transitions and his cuts, I think it was magnificent. The stuff that Samuel L. Jackson was saying, like what he was saying between his things, it was you connect pieces. I feel like if people they're gonna sit down and really look at what you saw, you will see that there was a magnificent performance and with magnificent messages out there. You had Crips and Bloods out there dancing. You had people on the corner street dancing, and it's just like, and again, if you never heard his music, then you probably wouldn't understand what he's saying. So I don't mind him saying he was mumbling. He wasn't mumbling, but he does have a lot of cursing in his name, so he had to censor his cursing down. Um, Especially in Not Like Us. There was a couple joints where he just like, I can't say that because I'm on TV. Um, but Kendrick, but most people, to me, overall, Kendrick put on a phenomenal performance, and I don't think we should be teaching these people what he was saying. To me, I'm like, keep them stupid. Just keep them stupid. Oh, what does it mean? Don't even explain yourself. Like there's times when we explain ourselves to people, and I feel like um even if we explain them, it still will go one over their heads or one ear and out the other, and them go say, oh, and then like this is where, to me, like this would piss me off when you explain someone, they go, oh, I get it, but it's just like, now if you didn't like it, you didn't like it. I'm not expecting. I'm not even going to argue with people that if you didn't like it, you didn't like it. It wasn't for you. If you didn't like it, it wasn't for you, or you a Drake hater. I mean Drake lover, or you are a Drake lover, and you're going to defend that man to the end. But um, if you loved the performance, it was for you. But if you didn't, it wasn't for you. Like if you didn't get the message, then I don't think we should explain the message to. Just keep them stupid because we probably don't need those people anyway. I'm to a point where now it's just like, at one point I was one of those people that was just like, I would let you, if you really want to understand, I would tell you this one time, and then after that, I'm not going to tell you no more because then I'm going to tell you to look it up. I was one of those dudes. But I feel like because they don't understand it at first, all right, if you really want to understand, I will tell you this. But if I feel like you're not interested in it, I'm not going to tell you no more. Now, I'm going to keep them stupid. Sometimes we don't got to tell them everything. Sometimes let them figure it out. Because because I'm sick of like explaining myself to people that don't care, and that's just where I'm at right now. I was like, I don't have to explain it. Now I get it when people go, I don't have to explain myself with you. Do you care? And then that's usually like, when I have my explanation, I was like, do you care? Like, do you really care? It was like, no, then I'm not explaining myself. And I feel like everybody's going to be like that too. It's just like, we're going to become to a point where before I give myself my explanation to things, I'm going to look at you like, do you care? Like, do you really care? Because if you don't care, I don't want to explain this to someone that don't care because you're not going to do nothing with it. Especially if you're not going to do nothing with it. Like, would this affect your life in any way? Would you look at things in a different way? Would you help the if I get this to you? Would you help the struggle, or would you just go by the wayside? And if you don't, it's just I'm not explaining it to you. What's the point? Learn like everybody else, or just be stupid. Keep them stupid. And like I'm not explaining. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If you're one of those white people that didn't like the performance and didn't understand the messaging beyond all that, I'm not explaining to you either. Keep it stupid. I see a lot of people that was talking about, oh, there wasn't that much diversity in there. I said the only reason, if you feel that way, is your fault. And I tell white people all that. Every white person who talk about diversity and like you scream out diversity, it's your fault. And I want people to understand this, and I will die on this hill. Anytime where white people complain about diversity, I'm going to, my retort is, it's your fault. And the reason why it's your fault, because if your people wasn't so stingy in the first place, if your people wasn't the whole whites only and then have the good old boys clubs, we wouldn't be doing this. If he was inclusive at first, then we wouldn't have this problem. But since you wasn't inclusive at first and you was segregating everything, this is your fault. So, and that's why black people are, that's why black people are who we are, because of your um, segregation and exclusivity sometimes. Now, don't get me wrong. I feel like some things need to be exclusive. It shows your rarity. Not everybody needs to be in it. Not everybody can breathe the same. I don't want to say not everybody breathe the same air as you, but sometimes some people just don't belong. Well, I would say that some people just don't belong, and sometimes it's not for you. Like it is not everything's for you, and I will also, even if it's in your grasp, it's not for you, right? Not for you. So I want people to get that too. But overall, good halftime performance, and I give it a good solid 8 out of 10. It smiled. I don't have a top five Super Bowl performances to tell you the truth, but this is definitely probably will be in my top five. I think it was that good, but I know like nothing's gonna be topping Michael, and I don't think nothing's gonna top Prince. Um, for some reason, for some people, Beyonce shit was the goat, and Beyonce was really good. Uh, let's see. I heard. I didn't. I don't remember. No, no, no. I did watch Usher shit. Usher shit was really good last year. I don't know if that's my top five, but Usher was really good. People have their own various. People have their own. I would like to just watch a bunch of Super Bowl halftime shows and just watch them and then maybe get my comparison one of these days. That's I may do that one day, but I don't know. Overall, good performance. Let me know what you guys think. Till then, my name is Just Get on Fly and I'm out. Peace.